see you too, my friend.
Things are not bad. I'll put it that way. Things are not bad. They're somewhere somewhere more positive than not bad. So
Okay.
good. Before I forget, let's put your phone number at the top of the hour here.
Mhm.
If we could, I'd try to learn all the phone numbers, but
No
anyway,
worries. No
go
worries
ahead with
whatsoever.
that and then we'll work a recording. So go ahead.
All right, this is Lourdes Salinas Saul. I am here with Mark Isaac Potter Presents, and I would like to give you our phone number in case you would like to reach out and talk about housing or talk about how we can collaborate to further this project down the road. Our phone number is area code 530-488-9768. Please allow me to repeat that to you. It is 530-488-9768. And just one more time in case you just walked in.
Yay. Yes. I would just do the phone number the whole hour if it was me. I'll just right. They don't know how lucky they are.
488-9768 Alternative Housing Alliance. We're looking to house people, marginalized people who have low income and struggle with housing sustainability. A lot of us do. A lot of us do. And so still walking this path, I have been connecting with some people, and I don't know if I haven't spoken to you since then, but I'm also connecting to the local community college because they have a construction department, and I would like to see if they can build our first units for us. That way we could reduce our costs significantly on the outset. And
Okay.
so I have spoken to them, and we will see where that goes.
Okay.
We have also we have a new board member, Mr. Jody Collins. Jody Collins, like Bootsy Collins. Do you remember Bootsy?
No.
No, Bootsy Collins, funk, Bay Area funk.
Okay.
Bootsy. Anyway,
Okay. I thought
yeah,
maybe
so
she was Peanut's girlfriend.
no, no, no,
I
no,
know
no,
very little about anything.
no, no. This would be more like George Clinton and Funkadelic, and I don't know if you know any of that.
You're
Okay, that's okay.
all I
That's all
can think of right now is the S on Superman's chest doesn't stand for Superman. It
right.
stands for
Oh no.
something from Krypton.
Oh well, so I have to say, Mark, that I'm feeling your energy,
I
and I
have
feel
energy.
I feel like we need to have a talk a little later.
All right.
Only because as a group of people who care about one another, I think it's important to lift each other up anytime we can.
Okay.
Anyway, yes,
I
yes,
like that. I'm on the
yes.
phone most days trying to do that with somebody. Two
Mhm.
things I thought about. Number one, maybe there's a mission, a church mission in the United States. I'm not joking.
Mhm.
A lot of these mission groups go overseas and build housing and build
Right,
churches. What if,
right.
what if there's a mission somewhere that says we ought to be building houses here in the States, and
Mhm,
then they pick
mhm.
you to do it?
I mean, that would be a big gift. But so I'm going to start looking into that. Church missions that are invested in providing
And
affordable housing.
the ones that are more likely to do it, from my experience of life, is the American Deep South, because they feel like that not enough is done in the States, and the United States is too international and
Mm.
too much to other countries. It's kind of a Trumpian, one of the many minor Trumpian tenets, but
Mm.
those, and you can just say to me someday as a coach, why don't you call 5 cities in Georgia about this or something? And
I work in that deep
each
south, so
each
uh-huh.
church has is part of a trade association. So
Mm.
like conservative Baptist churches have the Conservative Baptist Conference, and the Soto Zen Buddhists have the Soto Zen Buddhist Association of America. Because I've been
Right.
part of both
Okay.
every church group, there's a trade association that you could call,
Okay.
and that would save you. You could maybe be, quote unquote, communicating to 100, 300 churches
Yeah.
through that.
Through that trade organization.
And you can kind of give me assignments through the week as long as they're very specific, like call this group in New Hampshire and ask them this or something.
Mm. Okay.
Few,
Okay. Well, I
not
will.
too many, but a few.
Okay. I will be looking those up and doing some research on those churches. I also reached out. I have a contact, the Tykert construction company.
Okay.
I met Mary Tykert at a Rotary meeting, and so yesterday I reached out and asked her if they would fund us or if they know partners who are interested in investing in a 2 or 3 year loan.
Okay.
Because by that
Yeah.
time I can refinance the debt of this. Um,
Okay. All right. Well, and how did that go? She give you some good feelers, or she say, I'll think about it, or
I sent it last night, so I have not gotten a response yet. And
okay.
I also asked the college too, because I know the college wants to help in initiatives. And so also asked the college, aside from asking them if they would build our first 5 units, I asked them if they know of any partners or if they themselves are willing to grant fund
Right.
or loans or anything like that. If they have resources
Hmm.
related to housing, which I bet you that construction course does have a lot
Okay.
of partnerships that maybe can translate into something
I
more.
would hope, yeah. Okay. Well, and if you could find somebody in your world to take that class, the introductory housing class at the university,
Mm.
she would meet the other students and get to socialize with them.
Mhm, mhm,
And a woman would be much better at this than a man, by the way.
mm.
There's a long story that goes with that proves it.
No worries.
Uh, the other thing I wanted to ask you through the week, and I forgot because my dementia is getting worse by the week.
Mm.
Uh, if I meet other people that are in the nonprofit housing genre, is it helpful or hurtful for me to contact them and contact you? Is that like a like-minded helps, or no, they're just
Yes.
going to come after the same resources I'm coming
No, no,
to?
like-minded helps. I'm really the place that where we are with business right now is I don't know where the help is coming from. And so I absolutely must speak to everyone, or at least that's what I feel like inside. Like I have to
All right.
accept calls. I've got to be able to connect to find the
All
people who
right.
are going to further this mission.
All right. Now the other thing, and I'll say being more helpful than I thought. What about funding? There's a lot of strange types of funding out there.
Yes,
The one
yes,
I
there are.
mentioned, the one I mentioned before,
Yeah, the
I,
cosigner one.
I think we said we didn't want to play that game, but if I find other high level unconventional funding formats because I'm inalienable now and then. Should I
All right.
pass those mothers on to you or not?
Yes, yes. I think
All right.
all partners are potentials right
All right.
now. And
Okay.
yes, all of that connectivity is what I would appreciate
Helpful.
greatly.
All right. Well, then I'll do it.
Thank you.
I'll probably batch them because, well, because I started making the list. I've lost it about 7 times now.
That's okay.
Make the list of all my disabledness, the various disabilities I have. I can never remember them all, but this is about 8 or 10 today. So
Oh, Lord.
no, there's about
Well,
11 or 13 altogether. I just can never. Every time I make a list, I misplace it.
okay. Well,
So,
no worries. No worries, Mark.
so
It's
now that we've done a cold start here for 10, 20 minutes. Oh, I also want to say something else.
Mhm,
Two other things.
mhm,
One of them is there is a program on AI
mhm,
in which if we did a long show
mhm,
and then we put it through
mhm.
that program does cost money,
Okay.
then it will crank out, depending on how long we go, it will crank out 15, 20, 25 clips that we can do things with. We can post them. We can da da da. And we can do that for any show we do.
Mhm.
Now, so there's all that.
Okay.
There's more. Can I say more or not? I know you've got an agenda today. I'm kind of
I'm
hoping
free
that
until 12:30.
I hope this is one of our long shows, but
Yes. Yes,
uh,
yes. I'm free till 1:30. I mean 12:30, so I'm good.
good. Okay. So
Uh-huh.
another thing is I'm having to start charging something.
Yes. Yes.
I have had prices on my videos over the years from insanely high to free, free, free.
Mhm,
And I've changed it
mhm, mhm.
12, 15, 20 times. So the current change is as follows.
Okay.
This Now I'm going to say publicly this doesn't apply to you, but if you
Mm,
meet people
mhm.
and you start bragging about that, that Mark, he's so talented for someone so ugly. Wow. Anyway, teasing. Uh, we're doing it this way for now. It's just I'm all over the
Okay.
map about pricing, but we're pricing a very tiny, tiny amount. I'm proud to say, tiniest amount we've ever priced, and we're pricing it by a certain number of minutes.
Mm,
So
okay.
if you do a show that's 5 to 9 minutes,
Mhm.
it's $25.
Oh, okay.
If you go 10, 20 minutes, it's $35. If you do a
Wow.
show 20 to 55 minutes, it's $55.
Wow, that's very generous.
Well, it's the lowest prices we've ever had,
Wow.
above zero anyway.
Okay.
So
Excuse me.
now, just for
Excuse
fun,
me. Sorry.
but
Oh, I'm good.
I hope you're okay today, honey. I worry about you and your hubby.
Oh, I'm
We're
good.
all
I'm good. I hope
humans
you are
and we
too.
all go through crap every day.
Yes. you are.
So now that we've done a very thorough, long, cold start, I'm gonna do the intro.
Okay.
It's a good place to put it. That's where they put it on cop shows now. They open the show. No, seriously, they open the show with, you know, some woman getting chased through the woods and then she falls in a log and then some guy comes up and kills her and It runs through the woods, and only then they come on with this is Blue Bloods. They're
Right,
good.
that's true. That's
Good.
yes.
So
I've noticed that.
that's Coley Cold start. So we'll do an
Mm.
so, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very happy to say that we're visiting today with Ms. Lourdes Salinas of Sacramento, California. They hate it there when you say Sacramento, just like we hate it when somebody calls San Francisco Frisco.
Oh, Frisco.
We hate it. We just call it the city.
That's what I call it too, the city. That's what it is, the city.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so Ms. Salinas and her dear husband Bob or Rob or have committed maybe 2, 3 years ago to start this 501c3 to try to help with homelessness,
Yes.
underserved housing.
Hmm.
And they're doing a damn good job and working their butts off and connecting with people in their community and around the country. And I would just ask that you consider, I'm the one asking this. Lourdes didn't ask me to ask this. I'll give you an example. I belong to a church. I am very poor. I send that church $7.09 every month, come hell or high water. And I've been doing that since 2009. Now,
Nice.
last month, my total net worth in the world, permanent total net worth, was 4 cents.
Mm.
I don't mean I have other property and stock. So, did I take the money away from the church? No.
Mm.
So, I'm saying to you out there, you know, think about it. Get out your automatic payment thing in the bank and send Lourdes and her husband, you know, $7.09 and just
Mm.
put it on your repeat subscription thingy.
Mm.
And if enough
Yes.
people do that, it would help. So,
Yes. Thank you. Thank you very much. Every little
so
bit helps.
it really does. And it adds
Yes.
up.
Yes.
And there's a certain energy. I give you an example. I paid on a bill. I don't even remember which bill because I paid on some damn bill, $12 or something. And I swear to God, the energy of having paid a little bit on that one bill caused some other good thing to happen. Can't
Mm.
explain it. I'm not a vibration guy,
Oh,
but anyway, so yeah. So
thank you. Thank you very
you're
much for
welcome.
that.
You're welcome, honey. Oh, oh. So you haven't gotten to talk much besides the fact that you're doing all this stuff. I have to tell you a funny story about Rotary.
Yes. Yes.
I positioned myself decades ago because I was so deeply involved with Toastmasters. I purposely went to the service clubs, and there's always a member of each service club. They have like five, everybody has like volunteer jobs. One of the volunteer jobs that's least popular is called speaker getter. And
Speaker getter. Ah.
Rotary, Kiwanis, Optimus, uh, the other one I can't think of the name of, they all have a speaker getter. And almost always a speaker getter doesn't like being the speaker getter. So I went to various clubs. I said, look, you guys give me a free breakfast. I'll come to your meeting. I won't be a member, but I will be your informal speaker getter. They're like,
Wow.
ooh la la. We like much. So I was in Kiwanis, and I was in what's the one that I'm trying to tell a story about the levels, but I can't remember. Lions.
Lions Club.
So
Oh,
I had the most fun at Lions. And the
oh.
Lions told me this thing, which is in the service club world, Rotary is jokingly called the people who own the town. You know, they own the businesses, own
Mm.
the properties. The
Mm-hmm,
Kiwanis are the people who manage the stores.
mm-hmm.
You know, manager of a shoe store, manager of a da da da. And the
Mm-hmm,
Lions Club people are the people that come in and shop. So that's
mm-hmm.
stratified that way in the fantasy land of Lions International. So, but it was fun being their speaker getter. And since I was so involved with Toastmasters, as you probably know, as you advance in Toastmasters, you're actually required by the books that you have to fill out to get your different certificates to go speak at events.
Ah,
So I had a ready made population of speakers unbeknownst to the various service clubs. It was
great.
fun. I was trying to build a more permanent thing between them, but
No.
nobody, they just thought, well, as long as you get next week's speaker, we don't care.
Oh.
Anyway, I saw, but I never was comfortable at Rotary. I'm too much of a farm boy to,
Hmm.
anyway, I'm glad you are because they're the ones with the money and the power.
Well, I'm supposed to be joining this one club
A
in
Rotary, I hope.
Natomas. Huh?
Good. Rotary would be good for you
Yeah,
because,
at Rotary. And there are people there that I know. I've attended a few of their meetings, and I think so far that's the club I'm most comfortable with.
okay, good. Well, good. That's
Yes,
good. That says a
yes,
lot about you and them and
yeah,
all that.
yes.
So, what else is going on in the housing world that we need to know about?
Okay, so this week I went to an alignable in-person event here in Sacramento,
Okay.
California, and it was at a place called Boba Pho You. Boba, B-O-B-A, Pho, P-H-O, and then you. Boba Pho You. Pho is like Vietnamese noodle soup.
You're not swearing at us here.
No. But so we went to this event, and this friend that he's become a friend now after meeting through Alignable, said there's another type of unit that he's looking at. It's made of metal, but it pops up and is delivered flat on like a flatbed. And he said they are very inexpensive to build, and but it's a shell. You know, it's a shell, kind of like a container, except it it pops up. But so he's looking at that. I'm looking at the pricing just to see what the comparative would be, and I, I think I'm still going to do the first five or more in shipping containers because I love shipping containers, and just the fact that they're stackable and they have a lot of utility in them.
Oh.
And so,
Well,
yeah,
and
so
you've got to keep your heart in. You got to stay interested
yes,
for your
yes.
longevity, you know.
Right,
So,
right.
I mean, I'm a writer, but I play in the world called absurdism because I love that part of writing so much. So,
Ah, nice, nice.
yeah.
Wow. Very good, very good.
Right. Well, good. Okay. All right. What
Yes.
else can we talk about here?
Let's see, what else can
I'm
we talk
supposed
about?
to go. I may have to leave the room now and then because I'm supposed to be. Don't freak out on me. Not that you would, but from now until 12:45, I'm supposed to be in another meeting.
Mark,
Just chill for a minute, please. I love you guys.
love you too.
The other meeting is about 2 rooms from here, and it's me waiting for my Meals on Wheels food.
Ah.
My housemate doesn't like, she doesn't like to do it because it's my food and she wants me to do it, and that's fair. So I probably will A, open my door, and B, walk out there now and then, or C, I could actually take the computer out there because even though this, God, no, I can't.
No
Yes, I
worries,
can.
don't worry.
Yes, I can. No, as long as I disable my video, you'll
Okay.
be able to hear me, but you won't be able to see me. Would that be okay?
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
All right, let's do that.
All right.
All right, good. That way, can you still hear me?
Absolutely.
Good. Okay. Take this right out in the front. Way I can do both meetings at the same time. I'm hoping you and I can do a long enough meeting that I can go put this through Opus Clip. That would be predicated on me finding a way to pay for Opus Clip
Mm.
because
Wow.
it'll generate 15, 20, or 25 clips that we can then like save in one place, put
Ah.
on the YouTube, and it'll be like doing 25 shows.
Wow. Wow, that would be great.
But I, yeah, life is so, I don't know. All right, well, talk to me some more. Are you
Okay.
staying in touch with like what's going on in other states? Do you stay in touch with what legislatures in any state, including California, are doing about housing?
I
All
do.
that
I do
stuff.
keep up, not by direct contact, but we find out what's going out in other areas and other cities, as well, and uh, and find out where people are and their developments and stuff. I have partners. I have one in Colorado who is doing the 3D printed houses. And
Okay.
last I knew about him, about his project, he got some funding for the first two or three. And so that was pretty amazing.
Okay.
And it's here in California. I am speaking to a gentleman named Maddie Hyatt. Maddie is a lobbyist,
Mm,
and we meet tomorrow morning. And so I am going to be talking to him because he's always in the chambers over there, and just to see what I can do about helping get the word out there and gaining more support, but from the legislature. And
okay. And
so
his,
yeah, so
I
meeting
love
with
that
him,
his name is Maggie.
Matty, Matty, Matty.
Oh, oh well. I'm non-binary, so I was kind of hoping it was Maggie.
Oh
Anyway,
no no.
the other thing I found out about housing this last week,
Mm,
there is a kind of structure
mm,
that you couldn't really call a house,
mm-hmm.
but it's a thing, it's a building that somebody invented for truckers. And
Oh.
it's kind of like it's a more simple shell than a mobile home.
Mhm.
It's just a shell with a bed, and I think it has a some kind of electrical outlet and a bed, period.
Yeah.
Nothing else. But it exists.
Yeah.
And if that could help in any way,
Yes.
I'm thinking, like in San Jose, I
Mhm.
used to live really not in, but just very closely aligned with the homeless in San Jose, and I would have them over for dinner and stuff. And the San Jose police just love to go through the camp every few months and just take everybody out, throw their stuff away, put them in jail for a day, just disrupt the camp. And
Hmm.
then they do it again 3 or 4 months later. And I'm thinking if we had a big homeless contingent, which there is around every big city,
Yeah,
maybe we get some of these there's no bathroom in these things, no
right.
kitchen, just a bed. And I think there's some limited electrical, maybe a battery or something. So I don't,
I,
it's like we said, well, just tell me everything about housing. So
yeah.
you knew
So
everything
there's
about housing.
I saw that I think it was I'm not sure if it was on Facebook or a documentary, but I think it was on Facebook that Germany has these I guess they're kind of like a pod, and it's similar to what you're
Mm.
saying.
Yeah.
They're open to anyone who needs to go to sleep. They lock on the inside. It's just
Okay.
a bed, like one place to put your phone or your belongings.
Right.
But it's secure, they're warm, they're solar, and I really like that. And did I
Okay.
tell you about Shanghai?
No, but I've heard that Japan has a tube. You get there's
Yes,
a building that has a series of tubes,
yes, and
and you
that's
just
similar.
slide into
Yes,
this big tube.
right.
It's basically a bed.
Yes,
You go to sleep. So
right.
there's that too.
So in Shanghai, let me tell you, in Shanghai, this was an article I read, or yes, an article, and then I also looked a little deeper and saw a video. But so in Shanghai, they have public housing. All of the housing is owned by the government. And if you want to buy a house, you can buy a home, one home for 99 years. And the rents are very inexpensive and livable. And so after the 99 years, now it becomes either goes back to the housing stock that the government holds, or it's rented, let's say, by their son now. Whoever lived there
Oh,
before left their son there, and now they have
oh,
that home for 99 years. The housing is beautiful, Mark, beautiful. They kind of look like high rises with little gardens here and there. And that also, that system prevents any one person from coming in and buying like 10 homes. They're
right.
only allowed to buy one to live in.
Right.
And so
Well, and yeah.
that's how
Go
they
ahead.
house their people. And it's very beautiful, dignified, beautiful units, but it's much less greedy than our systems here, than the capitalistic
Well,
model
yeah.
of
Yeah.
screw everyone else and buy as much as you can, the monopoly game.
Yeah.
So I really like that in Shanghai, and in other places like the pods that Germany has, or back in probably 15 years ago, Mark, there was a company called One Community Global. What
Oh,
those people do is they build student housing at the colleges. So they'll build student housing. They can do it in 3 weeks using shipping containers, and all of their plans are outsourced, so we can all get them for free.
yeah.
And but they build this housing for students, and after the semester is done, they collapse it down and go to the next college that has the greatest need.
Yeah.
And I love that because it works, because it's mobile, and it's open source, so they're all very positive, which means when you open source something, you want people to start utilizing that knowledge, the product,
Right.
and so that's what they've done. One Community Global, I've got to look back into them and see where they are, what they're up to, because that's another potential partnership that could be
Okay.
very, very beneficial.
Okay. And that reminds me to say this. And I didn't think of this until just now. If you out there in viewerland are a virtual assistant and you'd like to contribute, but you don't have any money, consider calling Lourdes and saying, look, I'll give you I'll give you 5 hours a month of my time as a
Yes.
VA.
Yes. That would be incredible. And that's something that I've struggled with because even though there is a lot of interest, we don't have the funding to pay for things yet. We've
Yeah.
struggled, and the truth is, in looking for a piece of property, we have to have skin in the game as well. So we have a certain percentage that we need to collect, and this business for the past 3 years has just been outgoing. So it's a struggle, but by the same token, I feel it, Mark. I feel like the breakthrough is right around the corner. It's just a matter of meeting the right people to connect to the right systems, and
Well,
it's
that's why I see part of my job as keeping you and your husband psychologically healthy because
mm, you're
I've
so
been
kind.
I've been working with nonprofits for 23 years,
Wow.
and I have seen ever since day one back in 2001 we interviewed almost exclusively nonprofits for the first 19 years.
Wow.
And I have seen them, I've watched people come into the scene. Oh, me and my husband, me and my wife are going to start this.
Hmm.
And last 2, 3, 4, 5 years, and then just be, man, we've worked our ass off. We've tried everything. We just can't get this damn thing off the ground.
Yeah.
We're running out of money. I got to go back to
Yeah.
work.
Right.
We're just going to shut it down.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the struggle is so real,
Well,
that
yeah.
it's someone asked me yesterday. They said, first of all, oh, you know that I have never put a penny of my money into this business. It's all been, I write for grants and I do this and that, and we get support. And then they asked, have you ever put any of your money in your business? And I said, yes, yes, yes. What I had,
Oh,
what I had, everything I had was put into this business,
yeah.
and so it's, again, I don't believe in I believe in learning from the chapter on which we're living,
Yeah.
and learning how to get out of that and onto the next steps. So I
Right.
can't let anything dissuade me, Mark, and by golly, I have to keep this going until I'm no longer upright, brother.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
and that's what I pray for, that you
Thank you. Thank you. And I pray
can
for you
do
as
that.
well.
And I just, whenever people on a line will say funding, my ears perk up because I'm trying to look for other forms of funding that
Yes.
none of us have thought of yet. You know.
Right, right. And they are there. It's just I am so new at this and I'm learning every day, but wow, it's a
Well, and
lot.
the other thing is there are more millionaires and billionaires than ever before.
True.
They're making these fantastic claims now that AI is going to create more millionaires in the next 5 years than Facebook did in 20 years. So
Right.
I hope it's
Right.
true, because if you're bringing in 2 or 3 million a year and you're managing it properly,
Mhm.
you can afford to give to a nonprofit.
Right. Right.
So,
Yes.
because really it's like the churches, a steady subscription of income is more knowable. You can plan, you know.
Yes.
People give
So
you money here, money there, you can't plan. But if people
right.
say, I'm going to give you $7.06
Right.
every month in, month out for years on end. Okay, well, now we can plan because
Mm-hmm.
now we know we have a steady income.
Right. So
So,
one thing I was thinking of doing, Mark, I was thinking of doing like a putting out there a 1 hour talk on housing and homelessness and charging the people who attend maybe $20 or $25.
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
Well, uh, uh, I'm a little prejudiced because unbeknownst to you, I've been doing seminars for 300 or 400 years,
Wow.
and I'm upgrading all my seminars from 1990s,
Wow.
and I have a new approach that I probably, unless you kick me in the ass from Sacramento, I'll tell you about right now.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I haven't told people this yet, but
Okay.
back in the day, my friend and I wrote a seminar, and then I wrote a different seminar, and I taught it 49 times. And
Wow.
the way we marketed it back in the 90s was, well, this is about, it's called what's called being, listening, and speaking dynamics. And it will help you improve this and help you improve that, right? So we marketed that all those years, and it went it fairly well. But now, uh, I'm working with a different partner, and I myself and my partner, it was mostly my idea, have a very different idea about how to introduce the public to a seminar.
Ah.
Here's the
Okay.
idea. Here's the idea.
Yeah.
And again,
Again.
it's like the cold start thing that we did today. You
Mhm.
don't say anything about the seminar. You
Okay.
don't talk about what it's about. You don't
Mhm.
talk that there's even a seminar in existence.
Oh.
Instead, at all.
Uh-huh.
Instead,
Oh.
what you do, and I can help you do this, I
Okay.
can probably just flat up do some of it because I've done two sets of these now in the last couple
Nice.
of months.
Okay.
You make on AI, you make a fictitious family.
Mm.
Here's one of the two fictitious families that I made up.
Mm-hmm.
The mother is let me remember her name. The mother's name is Renata Salcido.
Okay.
She's Mexican American.
Okay.
She has three children.
Mm-hmm.
She is a corporate lawyer. She's a partner in a very high level law firm.
Mm-hmm.
She has the three kids, like I said. She's on her second marriage,
Mm-hmm.
and her husband is in the we're in the we current when we're introducing this fictitious family to the public at this time. She is part of a blended family. Her husband now is a tech startup C-suite guy
Mm.
named Lenny Hanover. So the family's name is Hanover Salcido, hyphenated.
Yeah.
He's got two kids. And like I say, she's got three kids. So it's a blended family with five kids, two
Mhm.
adults. I think they have two dogs and a parakeet or something. So I'm just slowly introducing the public to this family.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like in this family, the most powerful person is the mother.
Mm-hmm.
So I haven't even introduced the public to the family. I've introduced them to the mother,
Mm-hmm.
Renata Salcido.
Okay.
And I told them the story so far of how she met her now husband. At the time, she didn't know the guy. They met in a very strange way. They didn't like each other when they first met. He was doing some crap that got in the way of what she was doing and her work, and so then they had some kind of a disagreement, and then they had a drink together, and then they just went to a diner and had a small meal, and then parted ways immediately and didn't see each other for a year or two. But people are slowly getting to know Renata Salcido.
Mm.
And most of the time, I don't even say this is a fictitious person. I just talk about her in a video. I update my public on Renata Salcido and what she's doing. And I've already got the seminar. I've got 56 lessons of the seminar written. 56. And once we finally get to the actual seminar has a lesson in it, but the lesson has an example, and each example is the members of this family interacting with each other. Like
Mm.
in one lesson, Lenny Hanover, the husband, goes into his daughter's room and she's having a problem, and he usually just doesn't listen. He usually does the mansplaining, let me fix this thing. But on this day, the lesson is, of course, something like, wait or pay attention or something. On
Mm.
this day, as per the lesson, he stops and thinks and gives her some space and says, honey, I realize you're going through something, and just shuts up, and it works out, and they behave together the way the lesson is teaching one to behave. But that's miles down the road.
Wow.
It's already all written,
Yeah.
but it's being introduced to the public exclusively by the family characteristics. Here's Chloe, and here's
Hmm.
they have a small son. I think his name is Todd or Lex or something. Like that.
Yeah.
So that's one way to introduce, a family that you introduce them. Oh, they live in a nice neighborhood, and he's a plumber and got more work than he can handle, and she's you know, a nurse or a corporate lawyer or a judge or something reasonably high level,
Yeah.
and then they become homeless.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's through some ridiculous thing that should have never happened, but nonetheless, here's a family that was middle class, upper middle class. Now they're homeless.
Yeah.
That happens over a series of videos.
Yeah.
So the public sort of feels the shock. And now these people are truly homeless. They have no
Mm.
place to live, lost their car,
Yeah.
you know. So now what do we do? So then
Yeah.
you introduce, well, here's some of the issues in homelessness.
Yes.
And you could not do it that way too. But
Hmm.
I think it's a way that might get the public's attention, and it might sustain public attention. Whereas
Yeah.
you go to a seminar and somebody goes, yeah, I went to a seminar last week. What did you get out of it? Well, not much.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
a story. It's not a story that tells
Right.
the
Right.
hearts. Here's this
Yeah.
family. Let's say we have the Dalton family.
Yeah.
Lucy Dalton is a judge,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and Mr. Dalton is a plumber, and they've got a house in a nice neighborhood, two cars, a yacht. Kids are going to school. The oldest daughter's going to a college, and they're paying for it. And then things start to happen, and you see their lives deteriorate. Then what do we do? So I don't know. If you want me to write up a family, I will, but you just let me know.
Oh, it's I
Or
have
don't.
so many of those stories.
Well, but just you can't. Well, I don't know if legally if you can pick somebody's story and just use it, but you could
Mm,
certainly use the information you have to inform a very interesting fictitious family
yes,
that
yes,
could
exactly.
then
Yeah.
that you then own as long as you write the material,
Uh-huh.
so to speak.
Yeah.
Speak it into a file, then you've written it, then put it in AI, and AI will do two or three things. It will elaborate the family in a way that you wouldn't have thought of. But then once it knows the family and
Uh-huh.
you give it a lesson, like when you're homeless, try to be kind to other people. They
Yes.
might contribute to you.
Yes.
The AI will write those interactions that you don't have to write.
Hmm.
They, like,
Okay.
okay, here's this family. They've now become homeless. They live behind the Safeway. That oldest daughter who was going to college is homeless in another town
Mm-hmm.
because she's homeless. She's not going to college anymore. She hitchhikes back to see the family living behind the Safeway, and she was kind to somebody.
Mm.
Right? So that's the lesson of the day. Be
Yeah.
kind. So she's kind. The AI will write that interaction for you. He met
Mm.
this guy. He said, "You want to ride?" She said, "No, because I don't get in cars with guys only."
Yeah.
But they were in a parking lot of a grocery store. So the guy's girlfriend came out. The Dalton woman and the girlfriend got to know each other. Dalton felt Dalton was nice. That's the lesson. They get together and get in the car together. Now there's another woman, and she gets a safe ride back to her family behind the Safeway.
Mm. Mhm, mhm. Wow.
So I've
I
been a
mean,
writer
it's,
for
I would
50
like to
years.
do it
So
the way you have found is most beneficial and captivating. So does that mean, Mark, that I would that I would have to do like a podcast on this every week?
no, honey, it means you've been nice to me. Just talk to me sometimes. Be the coach.
Okay.
Be the coach.
Yes,
You want
yes.
me to start writing this story or not? I just did, but
Yes, why not?
just to
If it
write it,
yes.
I'll write it. It'll take
Thank
me a
you.
little while, but
Okay.
you and your husband do nice things for me,
Hmm.
and I'll write it up, and we'll design it in a way that by the time you get to the lessons you want to teach about homelessness, we will have written it so you own it, but
Okay.
the AI will fill in the interactions.
Mm.
In
Wow,
fact,
that's great.
the AI writes the lessons.
That's
You
great.
won't even believe it. I didn't write those 56 lessons.
Wow.
I wrote a book back in the 90s,
Whoa.
and I took about the first 10 pages of a 150-page book, pages I own and wrote, and I plugged them into AI, and from those 10 pages, it generated 56 pertinent, meaningful lessons
Wow.
that each of which includes 5 parts:
Wow.
the lesson, the story of the family,
Mm-hmm.
conclusion, and some other crap.
Mm-hmm.
So
Wow.
I know how to do this, and I am happy to do it for you, and
Thank you.
uh, we'll
Wow.
figure out the rest.
Okay. Wow, Mark, thank you so
But
much. You're so kind.
you can always edit. You can always edit. I mean,
Okay.
with
Okay,
AI,
yes.
it's very easy to say, you know, lesson 37, I just don't like it. Either
Mhm.
change it up or get rid of it, one or the other.
Uh-huh.
So
Wow.
my question to you is, how often do you want to see the work in progress?
Uh, um, well, what's good? Once every 2 weeks? Once
Sounds
a
good.
month?
Well, what I'll do first,
Mhm.
I'm going to get a piece of paper and a pen,
Okay,
and I'm going to voice the family
okay,
into a onto a sheet of paper so that, and I wouldn't
okay.
mind having partial ownership.
Yes, yes,
Project.
we'll be partners.
Well, you and me and your lovely hubby.
Yes, yes, the three of
Uh,
us.
I will write up the Dalton family and I'll put stuff in there and I'll build a family.
Mm,
And then once I've built a really thorough family, then I'll probably come back to you and say, verbalize some of the lessons you want taught.
mhm, mhm, mhm,
Or not even that. Don't even do that. Just, in fact, you can start doing this.
mhm.
You know how to verbalize something onto a file?
No, but I can probably look that up on YouTube.
Well, it's easier than that.
Yeah,
You use Google Docs, right?
yeah,
And you know there's all the menu at the top.
yeah.
In the tools menu, there's something called Google Voice Typing.
Ah, okay,
You just open it up, make sure the Google Voice Typing thing is open and on. That puts a little icon on your file.
okay.
And you just talk into it.
Oh, wow.
You don't
Cool.
have to you don't have to come up with lessons. You just
Uh,
have to talk about homelessness in general.
okay, okay.
The
All
things you
right.
believe in, I find homelessness to be disorienting. I find this good about it. I find this bad about it. Just generally. Because the
Okay.
book they base these lessons on is called Meditations on Being Human.
Wow.
Just
Neat.
thoughts about being a human being.
Wow.
But the AI was able to take my own material that I own
Hmm.
and morph it into life lessons.
Neat.
And
Wow, Mark. Okay, meditations on being human. All
that's
right.
the one I use. That's mine. You need to find something else.
No, yes, yes, I will find, I mean, no, no, I just wrote it down because can I buy your book?
Oh, probably.
What is
I'll
its
send
title? Is it Meditations on Being Human?
you can't buy it anywhere. It's not, I can send you a copy. I'll just
Well, I
send
would
you a
like to
copy.
pay you for your work.
Well, let me go send you a copy.
Okay,
Yeah, I'll just send you a copy.
okay, okay,
That'll take me 3 seconds. In fact, since my person's not even here, why don't we just keep talking?
okay.
Or we got till 12:30.
Yeah.
I'll go do it right now. That way
Oh,
I won't forget.
okay.
Go ahead and talk to me while I,
Okay, so let's see what else is going on in the world of housing.
well,
There are a
what
lot of
about, what's happening in other countries, Lourdes?
in other countries, the regulations aren't as strenuous as they are for the US and specifically in California. So you can
Yeah,
really build whatever you want in other countries. You can build
right.
dig into the ground. So earlier when you were talking about the other type of the pod type housing,
Yeah.
so there is a hippie named Mike Oler, and he wrote
Okay.
a book called Houses for $50 and Up.
Right.
And it's called Earth Integrating. So it's you build these homes into a hillside,
Right.
and
Right.
it's the first one he built was $50, and then he went up to $500, and until he constructed a really nice place for himself, and that one was probably $5,000.
Okay.
But so that sort of building is very intelligent because the fact that you dig into a hillside means you're partially underground. and you have a live roof, you know, and so then let's say there's a situation where we have to escape radiation.
Right.
When you're underground, it's very protective from stuff like radiation. I think you need
Okay.
like 3 feet of earth between you and the outside.
Right.
But so that is a beautiful way to build. And sometimes I have bought that book for people who are interested in housing. But eventually I would like that passed. Like I would
Okay.
like to build some homes over there by somewhere near Auburn because it's more rural and the rules to build are going to be a little more lax than they are here in Sacramento in the capital.
Okay.
And so that is another way to build. And so I imagine that in other places, you know, people live in shanties, but it's easy enough to construct a place made of earth and inexpensive enough as well. And if I were in any other country looking to develop a place to live, that's what I would do. I would build it underground because another detail is that you cannot be taxed on property if it doesn't have a footprint.
Mm.
So in that model of housing, the underground housing, earth integrated, you only have one wall of windows. And so that
Mm.
there usually is a little patio out in front of that wall of windows. So you're only taxed on the patio.
Mm.
So
Wow.
that's a beautiful, beautiful way around
Mm.
the forces that be that keep us.
It does sound like a very beautiful, my goodness.
Yeah, yeah. It is beautiful. It's sustainable. You don't need air conditioning or heat when you have that kind of a unit because the earth insulates you. And
Okay.
it's perfect. If you did need, like let's say you needed some cooling, what I would do is I would pipe into the earth and bring
Right.
that nice cool air from down there. And what does it cost? Well, zero.
Very nice. Okay.
You know, and so that's the way I like to think, Mark Isaac. I like to think outside of the box, and I also like to think sort of big picture scenarios like where we are going with housing toward the future, because our climate has changed and it's continuing to change constantly. And our eventually, if we come to be the dust bowl, we will not be able to live on the surface. We'll have to go under, like in Australia and in other arid places where
Right.
they develop everything underground: bars, grocery stores, libraries, you know, anything you can imagine is built underground because of the heat. And it's they say it's very, very comfortable to live in and feels very, very tucked away. So I guess it feels good to us, to the person who's in there.
Very nice. Very good.
Yes,
Let me go
yes.
see if this car door was the lady delivering the food.
Okie doke.
And no, it's not. Okay.
Okay, okay.
So that's, yeah. The other thing I'll say about housing, because I do want this to be as long of a show as I can, uh, there is a movement in other countries of the world
Hmm.
to, how can I put this? To invite Americans to come live there.
Yes.
And some countries are financing this Americans, please come live here
Mm.
in a surprisingly generous way.
Wow.
Yeah, it's,
That's awesome.
shockingly generous.
Wow.
Um,
You know that Italy also has,
yeah,
they have a place that is sort of an artistic community where they live in caves. Have
well,
you seen that place or
no,
heard of it?
this was a different thing in Italy, but yeah, I'm
Oh,
glad you
okay.
brought Italy up.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah,
So, but these caves, you can, if you wanted to go live there today, you can just go live in one of the pre-built caves and not pay anything.
Well, the one thing
It's
I heard was
hmm,
that a small town, some small towns in countries like Italy and including Italy are paying Americans a lump sum to move there
wow,
and then also some amount per year.
wild, wow. And I've always, especially now, Mark, I can't lie about this. It comes to mind more often now that maybe for a person like me, it's best to live in a different country.
Okay.
It's that's those are some of the things I'm looking at, and yeah, because it's I
Well,
don't know where we're headed as a country, you
this
know.
this thing, you should have me check it out more solidly because I saw it on TikTok. I do not generally trust what I read on TikTok. I have to verify it
Mhm.
independently.
Yeah.
But the amount of money, I purposely didn't tell you with the amount of money because it's so high, you would not believe it anyway, and neither do I.
Wow.
It's a very high amount of money.
Wild, Mark, wild. I would have to say that I want to go.
Well, let me just remind me again because like I say, I'm demented. So
Hmm.
where's my, oh, that's not the right word.
No, 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 you're
No,
not. You're
I'm
just,
looking for a word because
let's see.
I downloaded the book to the downloads.
Ah,
Now I'm sending you an Microsoft version and I'm sending you a PDF version.
oh, thank you.
Same book. I don't
Nice.
remember I don't remember whether I did all my uh grammar thing or not, but I'm just sending you what
Mm-hmm.
I have. So all right. Yeah, all right. It should. I gotta click a thing here and then I'm getting tired anyway. We can probably
No worries.
wrap
I'm good.
soon,
I'm
but
good. We've had a good long show. I'm grateful
and
for you.
if you wanna do that, put it in that program. I'll find out how much it costs
Okay.
and then I'll let you know.
Okay, Mark, that sounds wonderful.
All right, so folks, let me wrap here, folks. Uh, I'm going to give you all my phone number because you need it more often, and then Lourdes can give hers too. Mine is 341. The one on the internet is no longer viable because I lost mine for non-payment. So my phone number now is 341 257 3002. 341 3002. Why is it not? Honey, I was trying to pay attention. Uh, oh, sorry. Hi, Elaine.
I got you again today.
Thank you, honey.
Too many?
No,
No.
God, no.
Oh.
No, never, never.
No, that does not happen.
No, that doesn't exist in this house. Thank you, Elaine. So anyway, wherever we were, my phone number I gave it. Why don't you give yours again, and then we'll shut
Great.
this thing down here.
Okay, Alternative Housing Alliance, all Lourdes Salinas, phone number 530-488-9768. Please allow me to repeat, 530-488-9768. Thank you so much for watching this show, and please tune in for Mark Isaac Potter Presents whenever you have a minute.
All right, thanks, Lourdes. Take care, my
Thank you.
dear. God
All
bless
right,
you,
take care,
and
Mark.
say hi to your hubby for me.
Will do, will do.
All
All
right,
right, bye.
bye-bye. Bye-bye. I really